Hey peeps, Tyler here, and I recently deleted my social media, in particular Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and I said that in the opposite order of what I did. I don't remember when I deleted TikTok. I'm pretty sure it was in the past month. I'm filming this September 14th. And then there was Instagram. And then September 12th, I saw Muskrat saying he was going to take away the ability to block and mute people on Twitter in December. And I'm like, that's the last straw. I'm done with this place. I did get my archive for all three of the sites before I deleted it. So I got the archive for Twitter on Friday the 13th and then deleted my Twitter. The last one to be deleted. So technically I still have some social media, which I'll get into. But the big three, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, I don't have anymore. If you... Like, it just not for me. Social media is incredibly stressful. I have a lot of medical issues, which I've went through. I even have a playlist about Factorial Association, and stress and shit just makes everything worse. Like, more pain, takes away my ability, I've talked about it in some video, my ability to walk, which I don't have much of ability to begin with, and it takes it away completely, and it's just, no. I need to take care of myself. I'm sure there are people out there who can handle and have a healthy relationship with social media. I am not one of those people. I don't think a lot of us are, but that's another conversation. I'm sure there's people that exist, I'm just not one of them. So what do I still have? I still have Goodreads and Storygraph, but that's not really a social media. Goodreads kind of is. I'm not really on it that much. I mean, like, I'm always on it, but I mostly just update my, what I'm reading. But I can, like, there's the homepage, and you can have statuses and comments and reviews, and there's boards, forums, or whatever. So that's still a social media. Then there's YouTube. Of course, I have Tumblr, which at this point, I guess Tumblr's weirdly the best of them all because it is so stress-free. Like, so, I don't remember where I saw it, but I saw somebody mention that Tumblr is completely clout-free. And it is. In my experience, it's completely clout-free. And it's just so different from all the other, like, Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. It's just so different. It's so stress-free. And I see almost entirely Sims stuff, because I play The Sims 2. And it's just... yes. So, I still have Tumblr. I have no plans on deleting my Tumblr. I have a Letterboxd, which is basically Goodreads, but for movies. I have Facebook, which is... I mean, it's technically public, so you can find it. But I'm not going to... if I don't know you, I'm not adding you on Facebook. Other places, sure, but not on Facebook, because of reasons. And then I have Reddit, which sometimes I do something on, sometimes I just ignore. I'm very... random, I guess. Like, I'm active on Reddit, but even I've stepped away from certain, like, Reddits, like all the trans Reddits, because I'm a trans man, because there was just so much crap, so much news always happening. Like I said, I can't handle the stress with all my medical issues. So at this point, I just completely ignore every single trans Reddit. So there's also that. But there's, like, other Reddits that don't cause a whole shit ton of stress. So... and then today, I see a TED Talk, which I'll link in the description. After I've done all this, after I've deleted my Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, I see this TED Talk about, how the anxious generation growing up on social media. I did not grow up on social media. I'm 35. So I'm, like, the last fucking generation, one of the youngest people that didn't grow up with social media. I'm a millennial. And, was born in 1989. I grew up in the 90s. I was a teenager before anybody got internet that I knew. Even though I knew internet was around in the 90s. And computers, like my school had a computer and we played Oregon Trail. I don't think I ever beat it. Pretty sure all my people always died. But nobody really had a home computer in my experience until I was a teenager. And then it was a dial-up. And somewhere between 13 and 20, we ended up going from dial-up somewhere in there to broadband and having MySpace. I had MySpace when I was in high school, which is like the beginning of social media. And that was so entirely different from now. MySpace was the good old days, frankly. I feel old saying that, but it's like you had your page and you could customize it. I don't remember a lot, but I do remember customizing my page, and there was music and shit. But, like, we still went out and had friends, and I'm not saying people don't have friends now, but, like, we went out and saw them, and went to their houses, and went out to other places, and, like he mentions it in the TED Talk, like I said, I'll link it in the description, and I realized I'm like, he had written a book, The Anxious Generation. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's already on my to-read list on Goodreads, and it was. So now I've bought it, and I'm gonna be waiting for it. But, so, because I do have anxiety for so many life reasons that obviously have nothing to do with growing up on social media, because I didn't, but so that was a very interesting TED Talk, and I'm really, really grateful I didn't grow up on social media. For so many reasons, especially as a disabled, that's a whole other conversation. Since I was born disabled with factoral association, that's a whole other conversation with parents I've seen of, like, disabled kids sharing way too much personal stuff and photos and shit of their children on the internet without, like, any thought as to what they're, sharing about their children, I guess, and their children's feelings, and just, oh my god. Having been a disabled child, and having already had way too much shared about me that I was uncomfortable and upset, but I couldn't say anything as a kid, because, like, my family was telling everybody, and that was just what they could tell in person. The internet is so much worse. That deserves probably to be its own fucking video. But yeah, I'm very grateful for so many reasons I did not grow up on social media. So, another thing I'm trying to do is to watch less YouTube. But I'm still watching YouTube, of course. But only because I could watch YouTube all day, every day. There's so much stuff on it. And so I'm trying to watch less YouTube, but I'm also trying to watch videos that don't stress me the hell out. Because for some reason I just gravitate towards that stuff. So, yeah. So I'm trying with that much, because obviously I'm not going to give up YouTube. I'm not going anywhere from here. So, trying to have a healthy relationship with everything. And just, it hasn't even been long yet since getting off Twitter and Instagram and TikTok. And I already feel like I can breathe. I feel like I can breathe, like I have time for myself, to do what I want to do nothing, to relax, to think. I can, like, have my own thoughts. It is just amazing. It hasn't even been long yet. And I feel like maybe a month or so from now, I should do, like, an update or something. But already, I just feel like I can breathe and relax. And it's quiet, and I love it. Because I'm autistic and easily overwhelmed, I need quiet. I can ask myself, what do I want to do? What do I need to do? What would I like to do? What would I like to accomplish? I don't have to rush anything. Like, I know a lot of this, it's probably like, what the hell does this have to do with social media? In my brain, apparently a lot. There's so much noise on social media, and it's so stressful. It's so confusing, and you can't hear your own thoughts, and you can't breathe. This is my experience. And it's just, it is so much better already. I keep wanting to check, like, Twitter and stuff, and realize I can't anymore, and that is freaking awesome. Because no matter how much I would try before to not constantly check it, it's like almost impossible. Now I can't check it because I don't have it anymore, and I freaking love it. I have time to read articles again. Before I would never like read articles that I was interested in. Now I've like read an article today, and there's other stuff. It's like I feel like I have time to read this now because I'm not wasting so much time checking social media. Even though I wasn't like constantly on it, I was still constantly checking it. So I was constantly on it. It was a whole weird thing. So now I have time to like actually read articles because I feel like I could focus again. Before I couldn't focus. But now I can focus again. I read some article on Them, which is like an LGBT site, and I can focus again. Like, actually read it word for word and not just read the headline or skim it or whatever. I could focus again. I mean, I still have, like, focusing issues, but like, the social media was making it a million times worse. So, that is everything I have to say so far. Because deleting those social medias, those three, have honestly made me feel so much better already. Like a weight has been lifted off my freaking shoulders. That TED Talk, which, like I said, I'll link in the description, I found very interesting, and I recommend watching it, and I'll read that book at some point when I get it. And like I said, I did all this before I saw the TED Talk. And I completely had forgotten about that book, even though it already was on my to read list. I don't know why I added it whenever. Because I'm adding like several books every single day to Goodreads, because I'm never going to read all the books. But, yeah. My link tree is still in the description for what I do have. But, what are your thoughts on social media? Like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the bell if you want to. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.